Tax season just ended, your staff is finally exhaling, and you're probably thinking about taking a long weekend. Which is exactly why I need to talk to you right now, because cybercriminals already know your guard is down and they are counting on it. If your firm uses virtual desktops, whether that's Azure, Citrix, or something similar, you probably moved that setup because someone told you it would be more secure. And they were not wrong. But here's the part that they left out. It's only more secure if it's configured correctly. And most small accounting firms we work with have never had anyone actually verify that. They just assumed it was fine, and it usually isn't. Here's what keeps me up at night when I think about CPA firms specifically. A virtual desktop is a centralized environment. Every single one of your employees is connecting to the same underlying infrastructure. That's the whole point, right? Easy remote access, everything in one place, but it also means if someone gets in, they're not just getting into one person's files. They're potentially getting every client's tax returns, social security numbers, bank account data all at once. One bad login and the whole thing is exposed. The most common gap I see is embarrassingly simple: multi-factor authentication. If your staff logs into a virtual desktop with just one username and password, you are one stolen password away from a catastrophic breach. That's it. Microsoft's own research shows MFA blocks more than 99% of automated credential attacks. It's not a silver bullet for everything, but skipping it is like locking your front door and leaving the back door wide open. The second thing I want you to think about is what's happening inside of those sessions that nobody's watching. Your firewall tracks what comes in and out in your network, but do you actually know who's accessed which client folder yesterday? Who logged in at 2 in the morning from a location you didn't recognize? Without that visibility, you don't discover a breach until a client calls you, or worse, until you get a ransom demand. By then, you're already deep into a 6-figure problem, and then when you add downtime, the remediation, the notifications, and the reputational hit, it's huge. And there's a compliance piece here that's only getting more serious. The FTC safeguards rule applies to CPA firms that handle consumer financial data, which is basically all of you. Firm size doesn't create an exemption. If your virtual desktop setup can't support documented access controls and monitoring, that's a regulatory exposure on top of everything else. Post-tax season is genuinely the best window to get this looked at before the next heavy season starts. If you want to know exactly where you stand, reach out to us at Plus One Technology. We'll take a look at your setup, tell you what we find, and be straight with you about what actually needs your attention.